It's time for another fun-filled episode of Latitude Margaritaville Island Time. Last week, we gave you an insider's look at the Yarn Crafters Club at Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head. Don't go anywhere, because this episode, we're going to leave you with a few pickleball pointers from our Pickleball Pro. Well, let's jump right in. Look at all the recent fun our residents have been having. Farmers Market at Water Sound. Salty Rim Run 5K. Volunteer Fair. And now over to our friends at the Volunteer Fair at Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head.
This is a volunteer fair, and it's really awesome that Margaritaville has this twice a year, and all of the nonprofits looking for volunteers come here on a Saturday, and they get asked questions, get information, and it's fantastic. If you want to know anything about volunteering in the area, Margaritaville is the place to be because they do a lot.
We have a vibrant community, a lot of good skill sets, a lot of people are very active, and I think a lot of people have so much to give back to the community.
The people at Margaritaville are awesome, and they would be perfect to help volunteer at any of those locations in there. Everybody's so friendly and hopeful, and it's the best neighborhood ever.
Rascals Rescue, I think 80% of our volunteers are from Margaritaville. Half our adoptions are to Margaritaville. Without Margaritaville, Rascals would not have as much success as they do right now.
We'll be right back after this break.
Margaritaville, it's not just a state of mind. Now it's a place to live. Introducing Latitude Margaritaville. New homes in 55 and better communities where you can live the Margaritaville lifestyle every day. Find your new home at latitudemargaritaville.com.
And here's a peek at some of the upcoming activities. Birding by boat. Seasonal tapas tasting. Marty Paws Yappy Hour. Good morning, and we're with Will.
Morning.
And we are on Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head's pickleball courts. I mean, this is like the best place to be.
Right.
Morning, noon, and night. And this morning, so we're just waking up and getting everything started. So we've got a couple players behind us. Will, what's your capacity with the Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head pickleball
Clinics? Yeah, so we host, I host 3 clinics almost every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We range from anywhere from 4 to 12 people. It depends on, the number of the signups. We have some different classes from 2-0, beginner 2-0, all the way to 3-5, and then we have some competitive play and analysis and a skills and drills type clinic. We
God, this is like you up to a vending machine and get to pick whatever you want.
Exactly. So we try to offer some different things with a different variety of what we're kind of working on and focusing on.
That's great. And I know that there are a lot, the craze is just ridiculous. It's been this way. It's not even a craze anymore. It's a way of life, actually. But we have all levels. And when people come in from all of the different states, they're excited about the warmer weather, the nice play, the amazing facilities that we have in all of our communities, but they get to learn the basics from start. They're not jumping in with, I don't know what to do, and you're training them on that.
Exactly, and I spent a lot of time and focus making sure, like we said, we understand the basics, the really fundamentals, because pickleball is one of the few sports where we have a majority of our population that plays that hasn't ever received coaching.
Yeah.
So what people are lacking is knowledge, and so that's really what I try to fulfill. Is obviously we're having a good time, having fun out there, but I'm really trying. Exactly.
Really,
if you're out here playing pickleball, how are you not having a good time?
I totally
that makes
agree.
my job easy, honestly.
It makes life really, really easy for the rest of us too. And we play on the courts from sun up, like 7:30 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, because there are lights on all the courts. We love that sound. The sport is forgiving.
Yes.
It's not something that we have to know exactly how to, we're not going into the pro league here. So a lot of folks that I've run across have never even picked up a paddle before, maybe have never even played a sport, but this is the one that intrigues them. Why is that?
I think, like you said, it's something that everyone can play. It has such a, not necessarily easy beginning, but an easy barrier to entry. Whereas, like you said, all you need is a paddle. You got 2 feet, you can move around. Realistically, the court's not that big, where you need to have a lot of other skill sets. So I think it just anyone can kind of, like you're saying, pick up the paddle and learn a little bit, have a beginner lesson or two, and then they kind of make their own group and have some fun out there.
And I love it that you can never pinpoint a stellar player by their look.
No, this is
I have been fooled many times on the court.
I call it the great equalizer.
It is the great equalizer.
Like, you can't judge a book by its cover, especially on the pickleball court.
Totally agree.
So.
It's true. And it's a sense of community for us. We have a pickleball club in our properties, in all of the communities. They range, I think there's 800 or so here in the Latitude Margaritaville. Hilton had one. But this is where they get to meet somebody that they've never met before, and they equalize on the court.
Yeah, and
speaking of court, let's do something on the court.
Let's get some
This is
hits
almost
in.
like a free lesson for me, so I'll take it. So
come on over there.
Are we doing some dinking?
Yeah, so I usually always kind of warm up around the kitchen. It's really important in my mind that we work on our fundamentals, right?
Okay.
And so the fundamentals for me, the first most important thing is being in our ready position, right? And so in our ready position, right, obviously we know we kind of need to have that paddle up. I like to say it's got to be above the net. Otherwise, right, how are you going to kind of make contact out in front of you? So I like to have the paddle above the net and my paddle head above my wrist.
Okay.
From there, we're always in a nice athletic position. My feet shoulder width apart, my knees over my toes, and my nose, this is a big one, my nose over my toes.
Okay.
So what does this allow me to do? It allows me to lean in and kind of be on the balls of my feet in an athletic position.
Very nice.
And so what I want to do is after almost every shot I'm hitting, whether it doesn't make a difference what technique I'm using, I want to finish and be ready for that next shot. Okay?
This is almost my stance that I do on a Friday night in the band shell, waiting for the band.
I mean, that's exactly right. So it's a nice athletic
So
position.
we're learning it early in the morning.
Yeah, so we'll warm up a little bit and we'll see how we do. Nice. Okay. Nice dinking going on right here. Okay. I see. Oh, nicely done.
I should put those in my pocket and save them for later.
We call that the best shot in pickleball.
That's exactly
you can't
right,
beat
right
that.
off of Doug.
So one thing I would like from you, Mona, is that when this ball's coming to your whatever foot we're going to be hitting with, right? If it's going to be my forehand, my right foot, or my backhand, my left foot, I want you to kind of what we're going to call a hinge.
Okay.
All right. There's 4 different kind of base movements around this kitchen line we got to be comfortable with. A lunge.
Right.
Right. A step forward, a hinge back, and then kind of the shuffle.
Okay.
So it's really important. I would say the hinge is probably one of the most important ones. So what I've noticed is what's causing that ball to come up a little high on you on these dinks is, right, don't really have what we call a swing path.
Okay.
Right, you can't really swing when my leg's in this way. So all we have to do, it's really simple, is just open up. Exactly. Now look where my paddle is.
Oh, sure.
Nice and easy right down there, right? So you're just gonna take that step back. Look how much better that looks. Right, and now look how much lower you're able to keep that ball. Oh, I had to give you some payback.
You did.
So you can already see just from a little bit of, oh, nice get. There we go.
Aha!
So, but that's a really important way to get what we're gonna call a consistent contact point, right? So our goal when we're working on these fundamentals and this kitchen work is to hit the same shot 1,000 times, not 1,000 different shot once.
Great points. And I think I've been playing for maybe 4 or 5 years, and I need to come back to those basic points.
Yeah.
But I love it that you're available, you're on property. We have pros on property to make everybody feel like they can extend their game, perfect their game.
Absolutely.
Or just feel like they belong.
Right, and that's my goal is so pickleball is really about doing less is more. Right, we all kind of see the pros play and want to do so much.
Yeah.
In reality, my job is to kind of simplify the game for you and then make you feel comfortable doing it and repeatable, right? Like we're saying, the consistency. So
And my job is to have fun.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
that's
one.
what
I
we
like
do
that.
all day
Yeah,
long
that's me
here.
too as well, right?
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
awesome
I'm going to stick
meeting
around
you.
and play a little
Yeah,
bit more.
of course, please.
Well, thank you so
Yes,
much.
nice.
Enjoy the rest of your
Absolutely,
morning.
we
Thank
will.
you.
Thank you.
Wow, what better way to learn the game of pickleball than with a professional in the convenience of your own amenity? Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Latitude Margaritaville Island Time, and we'll catch you back here real soon.